Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Angelique with All Things Ange. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the content. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell to be notified for any videos that I upload in the future. And please give this video a thumbs up if you like it and you want to see more videos like it. And also share me with your friends and your family. Okay, today we are going to be doing an embroidered beach towel. So I had a repeat customer who wanted to create a basket for a friend of hers that is going on a cruise, and she wanted to kind of give her a little sailing off basket or bon voyage basket, if you will. So she wanted to include a personalized embroidered beach towel. So that's what we will be doing today. She actually purchased her own beach towel. This towel is by Better Homes and Garden, and she did pick it up at your local Walmart. And this is what the towel looked like. She wanted the writing to be in cursive and she wanted it to be dark green. That was her only stipulations. So I picked out this font that I had in my stash that's kind of like a rope font. So it kind of gives you the idea of a boat. So it is cursive. It just has like a rope theme to it, which I thought would be perfect for this towel. So that's what we're going to use today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick out some thread that is going to match. I have decided that I am going to place the name right in the white part of this towel because I think that it will show up more. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with the third white stripe from the top because I just think it's going to sit better right there. I'll raise it up so you can see it. I think it's going to sit better right there. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select some embroidery thread and pick out a color that's going to match her green. So I'm going to take you all with me and we're going to search. Then we'll talk about what we will be needing to complete this project. So I thought about this green here because I thought this green would be great with this darker green here because she said she wanted a dark green. I also have a green like this color, which I don't know if you guys can see that well. Let me take the plastic off of it. This is one that I've never used, so I never popped it open. But for scene's sake, we're gonna pop it open and take a look at it. So it may actually be the color we need. So this is the color right here. This is a nice dark green. This one might work. It's a little different from this. This one kind of matches this a little bit more. And then let's see what other color green that may work with this. Of course, we just got this dark grassy color green, which I don't think I like that color. And then we have this green here, just like a little, just a little bit. I honestly think that this green here may be the better green. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that green. I think so. I mean, with this green, we could actually put it over the lighter green in this towel, but I think it might show up better on this green right here. So we're gonna go with this green. Yeah, I think this green is a little bit not right. We'll go with this green right here. All right, so for this project, again, you will definitely need an embroidery machine. So we will be using my Baby Lock Flourish 2 to do this project. We're going to use this particular green right here. I don't know what color this green is, but we're going to use this green right here. You're going to need some embroidery scissors for this, some regular scissors for this, just in case. And we are going to be using my 6x11 hoop to actually do this with. You're also going to need some tearaway stabilizer, which we have right here. And then in addition to some tearaway stabilizer, because this is terry cloth, which you see we got the vacuum cleaner up because we know what happens with terry cloth. So because we're using this terry cloth and it's kind of like a high pow, so that when we put our when we embroider the name on here, so we don't lose the name inside of this fabric, we'll be using some water soluble liner too. This is what you use to kind of keep the stitches from sinking down into high pile. So we'll be using this on top of the towel when we embroider it. This will be at the bottom of the towel. So the towel will be sandwiched between this and this. So one of the first things we have to do to this towel is we're going to have to find our center. So we'll be ironing a crease both ways, vertical and horizontal, so we can get to exactly where we want to place the hoop at. But before we do that, let's hoop it first. So let's do our hoop first. That way we have our bottom stabilizer on it already, so when we're ready to hoop. So if you don't know how to hoop, you're gonna learn how to hoop today. So the hoop comes in two parts, a bottom and you have a top. Most hoops will have like little arrows on them. Let me see if you can see the arrows. There you go. We'll have little arrows on it, just letting you know where the top part goes, and the other part also has arrows, so you know to line the arrows up together. And it will have notches for your center part going vertical and let's see if I could get you horizontal. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our stabilizer. First things first, let's cut the stabilizer. Sorry if I'm in the way. That's the first thing we're going to do. Now that we have our stabilizer cut, we're going to place it there. That's the bottom part. This is the top part. Here's our arrows on the top. Just like the arrows that was on the other one, you have those arrows here to let you know that these go the same way. And you're going to push it down into it like this. And you're going to feel when it fall down in there. And then this little screw that's right here, this little screw here, we're going to turn this little screw to tighten the two pieces together. You want this to be very tight. You kind of want to have a drum effect to the stabilizer. So I always like to have like about 1.5 inches to 2 inches out on both sides, and about 1 inch out on the sides here. So at the top and the bottom, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and then on the sides you want to have at least 1 inch. You want to make sure you got some plain area. So now I have this nice and tight, and as you can hear it. Sounds like a drum. That's what you want. So now that we have our hoop, our stabilizer hooped, we are going to go to the ironing board and we are going to iron this towel. We're going to take off all of these tags first because we don't need those. Being very careful not to cut this towel. There we go. As you can see, this towel, this is a huge towel. I think the measurements for it is 38 by 72. So yeah, it's a pretty big towel. So I already have my ironing board set up. So we're going to go over here to my ironing board. And we are going to find the center to this towel. And we're making sure that we do this on the front of the towel. So we know this is the front because first of all, it feels softer to the front. And then we see the tag to the back. So we want to make sure that we are putting this on the right side. So first thing we're going to do is pass an iron over the center of this towel so we can get our center marks. And remember, we're going to get our center mark both ways on this towel. Very important that you know your center mark. So this is our center. And we're just going to run the iron over it to make sure we get that center. And I did use a little steam on it. actually looking at this because they have a little tag here, and unless they didn't make that centered, yeah, it's not all that centered. That little tag is not all that centered. So we're going to go with the center of the towel. We're not going to worry with that tag. And I want the name, I'm going to find the actual label. It's at the bottom. So this is going to be the top to the middle because we're going to run her name horizontal. So we have our middle this way. And then we're also going to, where I'm going to sit the towel at, sit the name at, I want to also have that in the middle as well. And we said we were going to go down to the third white. So we'll get the third white centered. Make sure we got it, because we want this to be right. We only have one shot at this. And now we're going to iron it this way. Looking at it, it's not centered. Not all the way centered. Sure we're getting this centered. There we go. Now it's centered. Now that we got it centered, see we got a nice crease this way. And we have a nice crease this way. And if you can see, I'll bring it closer. We definitely got our center both ways. If you can see it. Let's see. You see the crease that way? In the white, there's another crease. You might not be able to see it, but it's there. So now we're going to place it on the hoop. And actually, I probably should not have hooped this until I put everything in. Because I still got to put this in. With that being said, we're going to find the center. So remember I told you we have a center point here and we have a center point here. And I hoop this without putting the towel in. I should have put the towel in first. I can float this, but this towel is kind of big, so I'm going to try to do it without floating it. I'm going to take it loose again. Put the stabilizer down. And find our middle. And I'm actually going to use this here to find my middle for both of them. Here's my line here, here's my line here. So there's my middle there, and here is my middle here. So I want this right about here. Actually, I want to come up with it, because the name is going to go right across this bottom here, which is going to get me in the center. Right there. Yep, that's what we want. And now we're going to put this under it, and hopefully it doesn't shift or move or none of that good stuff. Maybe we could get it centered in here. Alrighty, so now that we got that hooped, we now have to set up the name. So turn this around. We know we're using green thread, so we're going to actually take this orange thread out. Kind of thinking I'm going to use green at the bottom as well on the bobbin part. Let's get another bobbin. Oh, that's cream. So we're going to use a white bobbin. We're probably going to run out before we finish, but that's okay. And let's go here and create this name. Anyway, if you like this video, again, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell if you want to be notified for any other videos that I upload. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.